How are you doing, our amazing people? Welcome back to Culture Hub TV, of course. This is your #1 online TV dedicated to doing exclusive contents about different cultures and different traditions of Africa. And of course, I am your host, Presenter Dante, alongside my co-host or my resource man, Mr.
Stuma Manyasi.
Stuma Manyasi.
Yeah.
Omlako.
Mwiwana Msomi.
Omwiwana Omsomi.
Yeah.
Of course, it has always been us. We've been doing this, but we took a break for a while. But yes, we are back again. Remember, this show on this show, we are just trying to explore some primitive cultures of traditions, and we try to see, or we try to get the authentic part of this kind of traditions. So, Kuka.
Yes.
I've been going around. I have associated myself with some people who happened to believe that sometimes when the dead are buried, or when someone got a misfortune death, a death that maybe was not planned, or they did not become sick, they just died out of nowhere, something like that, that at some point their grave will always sink, or it will have a crack on top of it. And someone was associating it with some anger. I would want to know, is that the truth, or it is just a belief, or people just say for the sake of saying?
Generally, what I know is that it's just human, not only in Africa.
Yes.
That somebody just doesn't die.
They must
must be something.
Yeah.
Somebody must have been behind.
And that is more specifically in the Bukusu community, or in Luya community. They will always find someone to blame for the death of someone else.
Yeah. And so we have certain activities normally they do.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, we will take an example of an elderly person who might be, say, death has occurred. Before the death occurs, usually they find that somebody is weak and is on the way to die.
Yeah.
There are certainly rituals they do. There is what we call a final ritual to the person before he passes away. They call it Hohuiulana. Hohuiulana is an activity that involves they may, if they are well off, they will use a goat, not a sheep. Not a big animal, so they will use a goat. If it's a man, it should be a male.
Yeah.
So they will have to slaughter it, and then they will, after removing, after skinning, and then they will cut it into pieces, and they will take a piece of meat from every part of the organs of the goat. And they will put on a certain stick called, there are a number of sticks, but they will use this one called Luluarakumba.
That special stick comes from a special tree, or
special plant.
Okay.
Yeah, called Luluarakumba. I can't remember the botanical name, but the next time we come, we'll be able to. So they will, every part from every organ of the animal, even the intestines, they will put on that stick, and then they will roast it. So they will call in the relatives close to him, and could be even neighbors. Then they, after roasting, And then they will call in all those people to come around the sick person. The sick person will have to take a piece of meat and will swallow. Of course, he will have to chew. Me, I have no problem.
This piece of meat, they will chew every part of the roasted meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
He takes one piece.
From every stick.
Just one stick.
Okay.
It's just one stick.
It's just one stick. They have placed all the parts.
Yeah, all those every part of the organs.
Okay.
Small piece they put on the skin, the other piece.
Until it now looks like a mishikaki.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody will come and take me, my brother here. We have said, well, me, I have no problem with him. If there is any problem, if I have done anything against his life, let me die before he dies.
Oh.
And he takes the meat. He passes, another one comes. And they believe that if any of us, one of the people, one of the participants, happen to have
done something against him,
it will choke him.
Oh.
I don't know. So that goes on like that. That is what we call huhuiulan.
Okay.
So the patient or the person who is said to be near death, he will take last meal. I have no problem with anybody. If whoever has done it, let
I
him go
forgive
like
them.
that.
Okay.
And
So,
because-
just on that note,
Yeah.
it is more of a cleansing ceremony.
It's a cleansing ceremony, but they call it the last ceremony.
Yeah.
Or the last ritual.
The last ritual.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying this because Catholics
Yeah.
also have this special ceremony.
Yeah.
As when you are
The last sacrament.
last sacrament, there's a special mass they do
Yeah.
for someone who's sick and maybe they have lost hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hope is
Hoping
lost.
no return. Point of return.
They do this special mass, so
Yeah.
I can see the relation.
So after that, so if this person passes away, whoever might have come across that person, he may not die on that spot, but after sometimes somebody will come up from nowhere after a short while, just a simple illness, and he will pass away.
Oh,
They will know, who you? Now
he's behind.
So anyway, in any case, that is actually the ritual that is always performed in the final stages of one's life before he passes away.
Yeah.
But sometimes they may do that, but then he survives.
Yeah, sure. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
So somebody passing away, and then there are certain acts or activities that may occur before or after. There are things people are always very observant.
Yeah.
And for every activity that goes on and whoever comes around, people are very keen to see what happens.
Yeah.
So sometimes somebody may pass away. They believe that if somebody has no problem, has never done anything wrong, he may send you, go and bring me something.
Yeah.
And then when you come back, he's gone.
Yeah. They are dead.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He goes peacefully. Yeah. But if it's somebody who has been crafty to human life, he will really succumb after struggling.
Yeah. So that's what happens.
So he will say, "Hey, I'm seeing so and so. Why you please go away? You are doing this." He will say, he will be even calling the names. Though I've never witnessed personally, but there is something like that.
he will recall names of those people if he happened to have done something wrong to them. But on the other hand, he may say, my father, you have come, I'm coming. You know, that's
just peacefully.
So there are times somebody may pass away peacefully, yes. But if somebody, one of the relatives might have done something wrong to this person and has never shown up, when he comes around, this person, you'll witness some tears coming out. And they will say, hey, so and so. Why?
And that includes if maybe you are responsible for their death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say this one, or you are not in good relationship.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it happens mostly during body viewing sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You just see the body of the deceased there and tears are running down. So it is always that someone who did them bad has come. Or, they're just around. Okay.
Those are some of the characters that happens to the dead body. Sometimes there is another observation. This person may pass away, but with cleft hands.
Yes.
Holds. And the people will be very concerned. Why is he? And he has a family. Then he's holding the life of the family captive.
It's that the meaning? I thought maybe they would have been struggling to die. That's why they hold tight.
But mostly they believe if somebody passes away peacefully, he will open up the hands.
Oh, okay.
He will just straight. He will be very straight. Everything will be straight.
Okay.
But if he holds that way, you say, oh no, why are you having clenched hands, fingers, and you are holding the life of the next people, the family.
Yeah.
That is another character whereby people will be very concerned. Another character is when somebody passes away, he opens up the eyes.
Or even the mouth.
Or the mouth.
Yeah.
And then that is the time where you find people coming with the hot water.
Yes, they try to massage.
And they can even, they go up, if he doesn't hold it, they will put the rug around so to hold the jaw. Something like that. Others will open up the eyes. So they will try to, please.
Close your hands.
Just close.
Yeah.
So those are some of the characters that goes with the dead. Sometimes we have observed some cases whereby says so and so should not give me his offer of a blanket or a sheet. He has never bought me a sheet or a blanket. He should not come with it. And surely, that one I've witnessed personally. The old woman said, daughter so and so should not bring me the blanket. I don't want it. And what happened is that, they normally bring at the time of when you are preparing to bury.
Yeah.
So what I saw was that this lady came up with the blanket new, and they had to say, okay, that's good. They had to put him in. To put the lady in, she was a woman, an elderly woman. So the time of carrying the dead body to the grave, the blanket had just to be torn, as if we have put on the razor blade. We found the body remaining there.
And it was new?
It was new.
Meaning now the dead did not want anything to do with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And now that brings us to my question, the one I asked you about grave.
Yeah.
After they are now buried.
Yeah.
Maybe there was someone who was associated with their death, or they were not happy, just like you said. Yeah. Now I would want to know, after they are now buried, months later or even years later,
Yeah.
you will always come around and see a grave. It has sunken,
Yeah.
or it has cracked,
Yeah.
and people will always say that a special ritual must be done before we fill
We feel that.
the grave. How authentic is it that these people, or these are actions, or it is influenced by the person buried inside?
Now, before we come to that, we have in the past they were not burying. Burial came in after the colonialists came in. They were just throwing the body in the bush for the vultures and whatever wild beasts to feast on. But at times, if this person was himself was a bad person in the community, the hyenas or the vultures will just be passing on. They won't attack. So what they will do, the relatives will have to slaughter a sheep, and then they bring the contents and the blood of the sheep. They sprinkle on the body so that it's sweet. They will feed on. Another thing is that this person, if somebody who was not good to him, he may be there, but when after placing him in the bush, they may find him turned himself down, facing down.
Oh, it happened.
Discussing, yeah. Or not that somebody turned him, but he turns himself. How that one is, how it happens, I don't know. So with the grave, we have certainly, at times, with the grave, when they are, after placing the body, they put in, they had to bring the soil. What happens is sometimes this cracking may come because by the time they were pouring in the soil, they were not systematic. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
But if they did it well, and they were sure that they did it, what happens is that normally after burying the dead body, normally they take the daughters or the elderly women, they tend to go and make sure they
stamp on it, they stand on the grave. Yeah, by then I've seen people dancing around the grave.
Yeah, they make it firm. But after having done that, having been assured by themselves that that happened, but they all of a sudden find it cracked. And they say it must be something.
There must be something.
Yeah.
Okay.
At most, they say this person will have to may come to one of the relatives or a neighbor. At most, it comes to the neighbors. People who are not even close there, but say somebody, they didn't bury me well. It must be something to be done. So in such a case, the elders are called upon to come and see what happened. What happens sometimes, they believe there are some people who may come at night, pretending to be mourners, but they will do something. They will put some herbs. Wanaweka madawa hapo. Alafu hiyo madawa yani kumfunika so that he's blinded, he doesn't come back. He does not come to people disturbing people.
To haunt. Okay.
So he may, whoever does that, he wants to prevent himself from being attacked.
Okay.
So that is how they believe. At times.
And so what happens? We have this grave that has sunken, that it has been cracked.
So they will call in the elders, the elderly people, may come with a goat. I mean,
a sheep or a goat?
A sheep.
Okay.
most cases they use a sheep. We call it liosio. It is just to quell off any bad omens might have been involved. And then they will have to slaughter a goat, they will take the stomach contents, mix with the blood of that sheep, and then they will mix with some herbs, and then they will sprinkle on. You see, if whoever did it, for us, we are not concerned, you go with him.
Oh.
Then they will bring the soil to fill the gap. Yeah. At times they believe thunderstorms. Santa may also do the same thing sent by one of the person who was not close associate with that person. He may work out how they communicate with the thunder, I don't know. But it will come and crack, which means it will have to burn the dead body.
The dead.
And then you finish the day.
Oh.
That's how they believe. But they have to close that crack.
Yeah.
Elderly people, they do it in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't do it in the morning, they do it in the evening. They believe that evening is when people are all converging for
supper, or for dinner, or for what?
For rest.
Oh, for rest. Oh, now they do it so that they
it's
can
just
rest.
like when you are, they believe that when you are, like you have not married, if you are bringing in a lady, it's in the evening, not in the morning.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So everybody,
So
they
it's
believe that
symbolic,
the ancestors also converge
In the evening.
at that time, to join.
Yeah. Okay.
So they do it in the evening.
Okay.
And then so that by next morning things were gone.
Okay.
So there are certain things which happen, but with the graves, at most people tend to make some fun. Some they can do it intentionally with the aim of blocking this person not to
come back. Yeah. Oh, okay.
But they believe that the dead are never, they don't die, they come in
another
they
form.
resurrect in a different form. Yeah, they believe that the ancestors normally come and they dwell with us.
Okay.
The old people will say, Harakar is one type of plant that has stones on the leaves. And the goats normally enjoy them very well. They say that the dead is only seated there, watching you.
Oh.
They don't go away.
Yeah. And as we wind up,
Yeah.
I've also been told that there's this instance when someone is murdered, they come and haunt those who murdered them. I would want to also know how authentic is that. Do they just while or when they are buried, do they just wake up, or I don't know what happens, then go and haunt these people, or is there some special herbs, or what is it done to now trigger these people, or to trigger the spirits of the dead to go, or it is or it's just natural, or it just happens by itself? Once you kill me, I'm haunting you when I'm dead.
They normally say, in fact, that's why the Bukusus are not very fast to kill. If you kill somebody, they say he will be following you back. He will be sitting on your back every time you. He will be haunting you. They believe that he doesn't come in person, but he comes in a vision. Even when you are sleeping,
you just see them.
you see him. He comes and somebody can even yell at night. Hey, so and so is just.
Oh.
Yeah.
brings hallucinations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could that be just some fear? Your brain just playing tricks on you, or?
But you happen to see the same person.
Yeah, because I'm imagining in an angle that, of course, when you get to a point of killing someone, definitely you are scared yourself, especially if it's a first time. So it could be just hallucination because you are scared, you are afraid, and sometimes
but in this one, sometimes it does not come even once, or it is not very immediate, but after some times.
Okay.
After some times, you find somebody comes and say, for example, we have this song by Wabombo Naulika and the Marango.
Yeah.
They say Marango Tivo and Wabombo Naulika were friends who are living together.
Yeah.
But at one time, when they were migrating, Wabombona Africa ate his cow, which was about to calve. So he told him, Marango, you go, me, I will follow you later on. But the thugs or the enemies, people who are walking around, they found, this is somebody here sleeping, they had to kill him. And they went away with the cow. So after 2 or 3 years, he was holding his family, the children, the young kids, they were not adults. And they were saying, we have seen somebody of this nature. And you see these kids never saw this person. They were born after. Long after he died. But they are seeing somebody, when they describe,
it is
for you who saw that person, you say, I think that is the son. So what they did was to get to prepare. That's why we use the word huya. This person was telling this will appear to these kids. These people have left me in the bush. I want to come home. Can you tell them? So the child, even at night, the child will say, hey, this is Kuka Naulika. Kuka Naulika. If you are a parent, what do you do? And he's calling the name with somebody you knew very well.
Yeah, sure.
Well, after, and it does not occur once.
Repeatedly.
It's frequent, repeatedly. So you become concerned.
Yeah, sure.
So they went back and they prepared and they had to go and carry him. So they noted that he is there. They normally pick a stone from, if there are stones there, they will go there and they will have to do, they will kill a cow there or a goat if they don't have a cow. After slaughtering, they will take some meat and then they will roast it and they say, hey, so and so, please, we have come to collect you. Please accept and so that we go with you. So after they have found that stone at that place where he was left, and then they will have to do all possible, using all the language, to take him. So they have a special skin. They will take that stone, please accept, we go with you home. Put it in that skin, they will give it to a mature woman of the same family who was properly married and he has a stable family. He's the one to carry, that one. So when they reach home, they must have identified this special tree where they are going to place that stone. They don't take it in the home. They put it in under that tree. So when they reach there, they will have prepared beer. They do everything. They prepare some little pot there, few people will have to siphon to take the beer there, but the other beer is in the house, and after that, they converge in the house. They say, we have now brought back our brother, our grandfather, so they feast. Now we are with him.
And it's okay. But you haven't answered me about the triggering effect of the dead if you were murdered.
So that's one way of doing away with welcoming this person. Once they have done that, these people will not
come back.
They will not have any dreams
to haunt
because he is now within.
Even when they were murdered.
Yeah.
Even when it was not a natural
murdered person. If he was murdered and is actually haunting somebody who did it, what they do is they look for the herbs, they look for the goat, sheep, and normally the black. And we have a special pot, small pot. They just prepare a small pot, a new one, and then they will call in the elder people, people who know how to call in that name of the person who was murdered. Yeah, and maybe he's holding somebody. So you say, what do I do? So they will call the name of that person and then they say, please, we have called you, don't disturb us again. They put some herbs there. And then they make sure the sound, how the sound comes, I don't know, but you'll have that to accept. So once he says yes, and then they close that, they have and then they block the
pot.
The small pot tightly, and then they will go and bury it along the river.
Okay.
And the mud. If he was murdered by somebody who did it, because they believe that even if you do that, he will still haunt you.
And what I wanted to know, or to just begin with, what is the triggering effect of haunting? I wanted to know if there is some special herbs that maybe these people are buried with along that makes them haunt people, or
normally we have people, of course. Okay, sorry. It happens that if they say so and so was just killed, without any problem with the community, he was killed by non-people. And they have not shown up. So the relatives of the dead body will look for the special herbs. There are certain herbs, and they will slaughter the sheep, take some stomach contents, and then they say, okay, whoever did it, and he has not shown up, you go with him. And then they will have to bury whatever with the herbs. They will. Sometimes they put in the hands. They can put in a stick. If it is a stick or the leaves of a given specific plant, and then they'll tell you to hold the dead body, to hold. You go with him, whoever did it himself. But obviously this you will see after sometimes somebody will be walking around, so and to say is chasing me.
They will start shouting around, I'm being, forgive me. It can reach to that point when they now admit that I did this. Oh, okay. So it is a serious thing.
It's a serious thing, you know. There are some plants, there are some clans. They can even give him the sword. They bury him with the sword. So wherever you will be, he will be chasing you with that sword. We have some tribes. So there are some, even there are some certain clans. They can give you a sword, they bury you with a sword. Or if not, the herbs. Or they, recently we had an incident whereby somebody was murdered, and what they did was to give that dead body a bulb. And that bulb, they bury that body with that bulb, burning, so that whoever did it, from time to time at night, you'll be seeing somebody
with the light, chasing them. That's so tricky. Anyway, I'm glad for that kind of information, because I had a series of people who had asked me to ask you about that.
Yeah.
To ask you about if indeed it's true that the dead haunt the living, and they also wanted to know about the stuff of grave sinking. Or I'm grateful that you have explained it well. I am sure someone out there, I'm sure to those of you watching, you have perfectly understood Mr. Manyasi. And if in case you have any question or you have any burning concern that you think Mr. Manyasi should address, feel free to comment right below there. And yes, on our next episode, we will be covering that. This is Culture Hub TV, and I'm your host, Presenter Dante, alongside Mr. Manyasi Wasituma. We will be doing this next time. Thank you for clicking in, and kindly remember to subscribe, remember to like, so that our video can be suggested to more people who need to get this information. Until next time.
What
have you said? Ohacha? Don't be late being with us, right?
Yeah.
Bye.